What's up, guys? Peter here, and I'm gonna be real with you. I am going crazy. Not crazy. I'm going through a lot of emotions. I'm not a vlogger. I've done some vlogs, but I'm a comedian. But I'm also kind of not now because we have this coronavirus, this COVID-19 that is completely changing the landscape of the world as we know it. And it's really scary, you guys. I talked about it on my podcast. If you listen, thanks. But a few weeks ago, I was, kind of just trying to bang my head. I was planning this entire tour to go to all the Major League Baseball parks and do shows in each city. And like, that's not going to happen at all now because the baseball season is postponed indefinitely. We don't even know when it's starting. But that's honestly the least of the worries. We don't have anywhere to perform anymore as comedians. And as a comedian who is not famous, I was going to say I'm not successful, but I am successful because I work a lot. I just am not famous because in comedy, you can be successful and not famous. True story. How are you successful in comedy without being famous? By getting paid to do comedy. That's a fucking success. Okay? And that's what I was. I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. We are in what's called social distancing, practicing social distancing, which is a word that none of us even, or words, I guess, phrase that none of us knew just a few weeks, a week ago, probably. I don't think anyone was talking about social distancing a week ago. I'm recording this, it's Tuesday, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. I'm not wearing green because who the fuck cares? It's a lot to take on, you guys. I try my best in life and in my demeanor to try and be as positive as possible. And this situation is so scary that it's hard for even me to stay positive, and that's what's really frightening to me because I'm not pessimistic at all. I'm the most positive person. I've come so far in my life, from my mom dying to my dad going to prison to the physical and mental abuse that my dad put me through growing up to the bullying. I got bullied, but it wasn't bullying back then when I was growing up, but I got made fun of as a kid. Like, I'm very resilient. I've had my heart broken multiple times, wrenched out of my heart, cheated on and evicted, and my car getting repossessed. And I always bounce back. Every single fucking time, man. And that's why I say I'm a success, because I think anybody else under those circumstances, not anybody, other people have persevered and endured more, but it's a lot. It's a lot when life just keeps fucking punching you and fucking just punching you. It doesn't give you that knockout punch, but it's throwing you lefts, and you're hanging on. I know I'm doing a fucking boxing analogy, but I'm just saying, like, I'm resilient. And this thing right here has just completely humbled me, and I'm sure humbled a lot of people because we're scared. I'm scared. We're in this quarantine. I am here in Los Angeles. My girlfriend's out in Oklahoma, so I'm basically here by myself. Not basically, I'm here by myself. My brothers live, a couple hours away. So I've just been kind of hanging out by myself for the last few days, and it sucks. There's only so much that you can do to entertain I mean, yeah, like I can read, which I've done. I watch a shitload of programming, good and bad. Watch the news more over the last few days than I've watched for probably since 9/11, if I'm being honest. I don't recall ever watching the news as much since 9/11. Unless it's Sports Center or fucking MLB Tonight, I don't fucking watch the news. Like, if it's on at work or whatever, like, maybe, but if I'm gonna change the channel, I'm not gonna fucking change it to the news. And I'm watching the news because I'm so scared of what's going on. And it's raining in LA, and it's just, for me personally, my income comes from performing. So I had to cancel, shows this, and I'm not alone in this. There's so many of us in this boat, even if you're not a performer. Like, so many people in the service industry and almost every industry now. I mean, unless you work at a fucking grocery store or like a drugstore, there ain't a lot of places open anymore. And they're not supposed to be. So there's so many of us who, I'll be honest, I pretty much live paycheck to paycheck. I don't have any savings. What the fuck? What savings? I'm a comedian, dude. I'm a not famous comedian. We don't have savings, okay? And if we do, I want you to fucking tell me your secret. If you're a comedian that's not famous that has savings, unless you still live at home, yeah. I mean, if you're headlining, I'm not a headliner either. I mean, I am a headliner, kind of. I headline some places. I was supposed to headline this weekend. But what I really just wanted to share was that, it's scary for me to just have this whole, cloud of uncertainty lingering before me. Like, I know how much money I have in my bank account, and I have no idea when the next amount of money is coming because our shows are canceled indefinitely. And little side note, I have a side hustle or whatever. I've been a personal trainer for 19 years. And now all the gyms are closed, so I can't even do that. And because people are so scared right now, none of my clients even want to work out. Well, we can't work out outside because it's been raining here in LA, which also just makes this whole situation just tougher to swallow, because on a normal day, it's fucking bright and sunshiny in LA, and you can walk outside and see the sun and be like, fuck yeah. But when it's raining, you gotta stay inside, and it's awful, and it's just so... And I haven't had a chance to talk to people, and so I've been finding myself over the last few days just kind of going outside and going for runs when the sun does come out, even if it's only for, a half hour or so, just so I can see people, and I never really do this, but like I know for a fact, over the last 3 days, every time I run, I'm looking for people to just to say hi, just to wave at them and just get some kind of human connection. I mean, I'm calling my brothers and I'm calling, my girlfriend and stuff, but like, if you don't actually get to see a person in real life, it's tough, man. And I know I'm not the only one experiencing this, but I've been able to go to the store a couple times and just kind of just see people, and I didn't realize how much I like just... I mean, I know I've always been a people person, I mean, I'm pretty introverted, especially with comedy, but like, I like being on stage, and I don't have that. But I didn't realize how much I actually enjoy interacting with people until I wasn't allowed to interact with people. I don't have any symptoms or anything. It's just, it's really emotional. And, going to the store and there's, the shelves are empty, and it's just, there's so much uncertainty, and it's tough, and I don't know what's going to happen. that's the scariest part, is I don't know. I'm watching the news to see if they're gonna, they're gonna maybe help the us with a little bit of money to hold us over, or postpone rent or whatever. But I don't know what's gonna happen, and it's fucking scary, man. And so if you're watching this and you're going through the same thing, I understand what you're going through. You're not alone. I have been exercising every day because that's just something I do anyway, so I know that helps. I know that I do feel better when I talk to my loved ones, or just someone that you haven't spoken to. Just reach out to people. And everyone's going through the same thing. Reach out to people you care about. If it's through text, it's great, but it does feel better to hear a voice, or to FaceTime, or Skype, whatever. If you can go outside and go for a walk, be in the sun, that helps. I think marijuana helps a little bit. But I just wanted to just make a real kind of entry with you guys. I know it's not funny. I don't know how funny I'm gonna be. I'm trying to be. I feel like I'm killing it on Twitter, but the last couple of days have just been. I'm super stressed and anxious and getting panic attacks, and I know it's normal under the situation because we don't have control, or we feel like we don't have control. So if you're feeling that, my heart is with you. We're all in this together, no matter what color we are, no matter what political party we side with. It doesn't matter. We're all experiencing this event right now that, like I said, it's going to change the world as we know it. It's never, when this all dies down, the world's not going to be the same. And it's just scary for me. So I just wanted to enter that. That's it. I'll try to give you guys better content in the future. But I just wanted to be real with you guys. So stay safe out there. And I'll probably do some more of these because got a lot of fucking time on my hands. So God bless you.